A golden retriever named Bella had just given birth to 5 healthy puppies on a quiet farm in rural Montana when a wildlife ranger named Tom arrived at the door holding something that would change everything. Wrapped in his jacket was a newborn wolf pup, barely the size of a fist, eyes still sealed shut, shaking like a leaf in a storm. The pup's mother had been struck by a vehicle on the highway 2 miles away. The den had been found, but this was the only survivor. Tom had tried 3 rescue shelters, all of them said no. As a last, desperate attempt, he knocked on the door of the farm where he knew a golden retriever had just whelped a fresh litter. What happened next would stun an entire community, baffle wildlife experts, and ultimately deliver a moment of justice so powerful it would leave no one in the room with dry eyes. Bella was lying on her side in the warm barn, her 5 puppies nursing contentedly, when Tom placed the wolf pup beside her. Every person in that barn held their breath. Bella lifted her golden head, she sniffed the pup once, twice. Then she did something no one predicted. She pulled him close with her nose and tucked him into the curve of her body alongside her own puppies. Just like that, the wolf pup latched on. He had a family. Tom named the wolf pup River. He was scruffier than the puppies, his paws already slightly wider, his ears a little more pointed even in those first fragile days. But Bella did not notice the differences, or if she did not care. She groomed River the same way she groomed her own. She nudged him to feed first when he was slow to gain weight in the early weeks. She slept with her chin resting on his tiny body on cold nights. The farmer, a widower named Dale, who had lived on that land for 40 years, watched this unfold from his wooden chair in the corner of the barn every single evening. He later told a local journalist that he had never witnessed anything in 4 decades of farm life that moved him the way watching Bella raise River did. She loved that wolf, Dale said, plain and simple. She loved him like he came from her. The weeks turned into months. River grew quickly, the way wolves do. By month 2, he was already testing limits that the puppies had no interest in testing. He climbed the hay bales, he chewed through a rope halter hanging on a nail, he pounced on the barn cat, who swatted him without ceremony and walked away. But Bella remained his anchor. Whenever River got too bold, too loud, too wild, he would circle back to her, press his gray body against her golden one, and settle. She was the one thing in the world that made him feel safe, and she, in return, always made room for him. Tom came back every week to check on River's development and document his progress for the wildlife conservation group he worked with. By month 4, River was undeniably a wolf. His eyes were sharp and amber-colored. His howl had replaced his puppy whimper. He was larger than 2 of Bella's puppies combined. The conservation group began having quiet conversations about what would happen next. River could not live on a farm forever. He was a wild animal growing into his full wild nature. The plan, discussed carefully with Dale and Tom, was to eventually transition River to a protected wolf sanctuary 2 hours north, where he would be cared for, monitored, and potentially integrated into a small, managed pack. Dale agreed, even though the decision cost him sleep for weeks. But before that transition could happen, something shocking unfolded on a Tuesday morning in early autumn. A man named Greg, who owned the property bordering Dale's farm, had been making complaints about wolves in the county for years. He was loud at town meetings and aggressive in his views. That Tuesday morning, he cut through the fence line separating his land from Dale's and approached the barn with a trap. He had seen River from a distance. He knew what River was, and he believed that a wolf, regardless of circumstance, regardless of history, had no business living near his livestock. He set the trap just inside the barn entrance and left before Dale woke up. Bella found it first. She was moving her puppies from the back of the barn toward the water trough when she stepped directly into the steel trap. Her cry woke Dale before his alarm. He ran to the barn in his boots and pajamas and found her lying on her side, breathing hard, one front leg caught. River was beside her, pressed against her, not moving, not running, just staying, just being there with her the way she had always been there for him. Tom called Dale. Tom called Animal Control. Animal Control traced the trap's registration. It led straight to Greg. Within 48 hours, Greg was facing charges for illegal trap placement, property trespassing, and animal cruelty. The county didn't go easy on him. He lost his hunting license, he was fined, his name was in every local paper. Bella's leg healed fully within 6 weeks. The vet said she was lucky. River was transported to the sanctuary the following month. On the morning he left, Dale said Bella sat at the end of the farm road and watched the truck until it disappeared.
She stayed there a long time. But she was not grieving. Anyone who looked closely could see that. She was just watching, the way a mother watches when she knows she did everything right. River thrived at the sanctuary. He is alive today, healthy, strong, running with others of his kind. And Bella, the golden retriever who asked no questions and turned no one away, went back to the barn, curled up in the hay, and rested. Because her work, as always, was done. If this story moved you, hit that like button right now and subscribe so you never miss another story like this one. There are more out there, and they deserve to be told.